Welcome to our channel. Let's start a movie recap. The movie begins in a remote, picturesque village, far from the city's noise and distractions. Amidst lush green fields and dense forests, a young girl named Gosia lives with her mother. She is strikingly beautiful, her features soft and delicate like the morning mist that blankets the fields. She has just stepped into the early years of youth, a phase of self-discovery, emotions she doesn't understand, and desires she has yet to name. Despite her beauty, Gosia leads a life of solitude. She has no friends to confide in, no one to explain the strange thoughts and sensations that have begun to stir within her. She remains unaware of the nature of physical intimacy, untouched by the knowledge of passion or longing. Each morning, she follows her daily routine. Rising early, she makes her way to the cattle shed, where she skillfully milks the cows before leading them to the forest to graze. As the cows wander through the thick greenery, she finds comfort under the shade of an ancient tree, idly playing with her loyal dog to pass the time. One afternoon, feeling the summer heat pressing down on her skin, she decides to bathe in the nearby lake. She undresses carefully, stepping into the cool water, her body moving gracefully as she immerses herself. As she swims, a strange sensation creeps over her, an awareness that she is being watched. Startled, she scans the dense foliage surrounding the lake. The stillness of the forest offers no answers. She sees nothing. Telling herself it must be her imagination, she tries to shake off the feeling, but an unexplainable unease lingers within her. That night, as she lies in bed, the same feeling returns. Her mind replays the moment at the lake, the sensation of unseen eyes following her movements. She cannot sleep, troubled by thoughts she cannot put into words. Her mother notices her restlessness and asks why she is still awake. Gosia hesitates, unable to explain the confusion building inside her. The next day, when she takes the cows into the forest again, she notices a stranger sitting beneath a tree, lost in his art. Curious, she approaches him. He is a young man, his clothes worn from travel, his hands stained with paint. He looks up as she nears and smiles, showing her the painting he has been working on. Her breath catches in her throat. It is a painting of her, completely bare. A rush of shock overtakes her, her vision blurs, and she faints. When she wakes, he is kneeling beside her, offering her water. "Are you all right?" he asks gently. "Who are you?" she whispers. The man introduces himself as an artist, a wanderer with no permanent home. "I paint the beauty I see," he says, his voice smooth, almost hypnotic. "And you are the most beautiful thing I have ever found." His words unsettle her, yet she feels drawn to him in a way she cannot explain. The next day, she returns to the forest, searching for him. When she finds him again, she gathers her courage and asks, "Why do you only paint me?" He chuckles. "Because you are perfect," he says, reaching out to touch her hand. "Have you ever wondered what your body wants?" She shakes her head, innocence still written in her eyes. He smiles, pulling out another painting, a one even more intimate. "Your body longs for pleasure," he whispers, "and I can show you what that means." A strange warmth spreads through her, a sensation she has never known before. When he touches her skin lightly, she shivers, not from fear, but from something deeper, something unknown. Embarrassed by her reaction, she quickly leaves, but his words stay with her. She cannot stop thinking about him. Day after day, she seeks him out. Their meetings become more frequent. He teaches her things she has never known about art, literature, the ways of the world. He tells her how to carry herself with grace, how to speak with confidence, how to understand the depths of her own emotions. He brings her gifts of beautiful dresses, books filled with stories of passion and longing. One rainy afternoon, as they take shelter beneath a tree, he hands her a book. "If you wish to understand more," he says, "this book will tell you everything." She clutches it to her chest, feeling both fear and excitement at the knowledge it promises. That night, As she reads, her mother walks in and snatches the book from her hands. "Where did you get this?" she demands. Gosia hesitates before answering. "A man in the forest gave it to me." Her mother's face darkens. "I send you to the forest to work, not to meet strangers. If you continue like this, you will destroy yourself." Anger rises within Gosia, but she does not argue. "This Sunday, we are going to church," her mother declares. "You will confess everything before the Father." At church, Gosia kneels before the priest, her voice trembling. "I know I shouldn't have done it," she confesses, "but I couldn't stop myself. I was with Ima Broken Bar many times." The priest listens silently before turning to her mother. She is still young. It is natural for children her age to make mistakes. "But to be sure, take her to a doctor." At the doctor's clinic, her mother waits anxiously. When the doctor finally speaks, his words leave her frozen in disbelief. "Your daughter is still a virgin," he says. "She has never been touched." Her mother's face pales. If Gosia has never been with Anania Broken Bar, then who was the man she spoke of that night? As she lies in bed, the man appears beside her. He leans down, pressing a soft kiss to her forehead. "I want you to stay with me forever," she whispers. He smiles. "I will always be with you," he says. And then, he disappears. It is in that moment that Gosia understands he was never real. Everything she had experienced